Folks, we have been talking about Mecca in the last two episodes, and this is probably the last one. And I want to show you the Mecca before about 60, 70 years and the Mecca now. On the top, you can see it's a simple holy place which has now been turned into a metropolis, a business place. It's no more a Mecca. It is, you can call it AIB, Allah in business, or Arab in business. Arabs were in business all the time in this place, and business was the main reason why they made this holy building, which was definitely not correct erected by Abraham, because Abraham never came here. You have to read the history, particularly Pakistanis, because they are destroying their country because of this building, which is only about 2000 years old, while Ibrahim came 3700 years ago. And in that time, when this building was made by people living in Mecca, they were also traders. That's all they do. So in Arabia, we have seen historically there have been many buildings and some stones in those buildings erected in different colors who were used as a holy place, and Mecca is one of them. As I said previously, that the HAJJ, what they call it, which they claim that came from heaven. First of all, there is no heaven around earth for millions and millions and millions of miles. There are some asteroids revolving around the earth as their small suns, and sometimes these asteroids they hit the earth, they make a big hole in the earth, but there is no stone left because everything disintegrates as soon as a stone enters into earth gravitational power. When somebody is entering the earth, the temperature is 15,000 degrees centigrade, which will definitely disintegrate any stone. So there is no way that Allah can send this stone for Mecca. While there were many stones in that area and many buildings in that area which were created and called House of Allah, House of God, whatever they were pagans, they had their idols, they had their buildings, same like anywhere in the world. And I think this disease also came basically from India, where the idealization started. In India, the idealization was the idea that these people whose idols we are praying or we are praying from were great people who did wonders in their living life. So the every idol in Indian history is was a living person. It was not a story. They attached a lot of stories with that, like Hanuman and Krishna, and the magic or miracle they did. But that was a tradition which started, I believe, from India. If not from India, maybe from China, because both these countries they had a religious group which was very powerful, and they have to make stories to follow, to make people follow them so they can be used as a political tool. Historically, the same thing happened in Islam, and the Mecca was used as a place where the Islam started, and all this nonsense started when they established an Arab imperialism by subjugating, harassing, killing, kidnapping, enslaving, taking over the land for free, and all that, which was not even customary back then. And back then, when there was a war, the king will conquer an area, but he will not take their women. He will not take their slaves and send them to their hometown. This is the tradition which was started by Arab tribal culture back then, and that is what actually helped them to establish an Arab empire in the name of jihad fi sabilillah, as I said previously. And the purpose of the jihad fi sabilillah was very simple: just establish the power and then make harams and then have fun. Some places they made mosques because the mullahs were their right hand, and they used mullahs to enroll the poor in their war effort. Anyway, coming back to America, I'm coming back to Mecca. I will say that this picture of Mecca change in last 50 years is really very pathetic. It is a crime against that area, which should have been archaeological or a place not to be touched. There were places like a fort created or established by Ottomans to protect Mecca. There were graves of the associate of the Prophet, and there were many places which were historically hundreds and hundreds of years old, and they should have been kept because they are the natural or national assets. And the United Nations make a special commission to safeguard those places so we do not lose our history. But the Saudi greed actually destroyed the Mecca to an extent that they did not take care of anything holy, they eliminated it. I mean, you won't believe that this Hilton Hotel in the center of this is actually above the house of Abu Bakr, the first caliph. The toilet area in that complex is above the house of Khadija, the first wife of Muhammad. And every grave had been erased and commercialized by Saudi gang. And this way, this place is no more holy. I am sure there is the smallest mosque in Pakistan is holier than this place now, because this place is now $100 billion business center. And I remember when I went to HAJJ in 1985, we saw some Indonesian couples who will brought some artifacts to sell on the road as a gift. The Saudi police took those gifts, threw them in the garbage, and arrested them because they wanted this only business to be done by Saudis. This is how greedy and how pathetic that nation is. Before 1970, the expense on doing a Hajj from Pakistan was about 3 to 5,000 rupees. Now it is 100 times. Back then it was only 100 to 200,000 Hajis. Today they bring more than 3 million, and they do special marketing. They have even ditched Islam totally to make commercial benefits. Like the woman can go without mahram, and now the people will not be asked who are you with and all that. It's an absolute commercial visit. The whole Mecca area is nothing but a curse on Pakistani poor, because Pakistan wastes over $6 billion every year in Hajj and UMRAH, which is not necessary, which is not obligatory, and which is not even in original form. I mean, if you look the old stories of Mecca or the place where the people threw the devil, 7 pebbles of stone to devil, they are not totally changed. It is a place where Saudis are minting money. Are becoming millionaire and billionaire, and the Pakistanis are getting poorer and poorer to an extent that Pakistani mothers, they take their daughters and jump in the Ravi or whatever river is available because they don't have food, because they cannot feed their kids who are crying all night. This is how bad is this place. And the cost of Hajj has gone 100 times. You can imagine. I mean, first of all, it's not at all obligatory, I said. Because the country has more than $130 billion loan. Each Pakistani has a loan of 300,000 minimum, or 400,000 Pakistani rupees. They have to repay it before even the Hajj becomes obligatory. But the mullahs, every time they have a different definition of Islam. Oh no, the country is poor, but the individuals are rich, so they should be going to Hajj. Really? I mean, 90% of the Hajis going to this place, they don't pay taxes. They are smugglers. The type amount of thing which they buy from this commercial area, billions of rupees. And when they come to Pakistan, they don't pay any taxes. If the custom people, they ask them some question, they start making noises. Oh, हम तो हज बैतुल्लाह से आए हैं. Oh, हम तो हाजी हैं. Oh, हमने तो ये गिफ्ट लिए हैं. But basically, Pakistan government is losing billions in taxes. Same is the case of Dubai. I mean, that shitty area has been become one of the richest because of Pakistanis and some Indians. And they were the one who built it. It used to be a desert 50 years ago. But they created the same kind of stories. They say, oh, this is the place from where Anas ibn Malik will came, who had served Prophet for 10 years. And then Prophet gave him his a piece of black hairs of his beard or head. And then those are kept in a special place. The people visit them, they pay entry fee for it. And they are claiming that, oh, this is the Muhammad's hair. And when you read Quran, they vibrate, and when we take it to the outside, when there's a sun, a cloud comes over there and gives a shadow. I mean, all these false things, everything about Muhammad. They are the biggest exploiter of Muhammad and have victimized him to a limit never seen for any holy person. He was a nice, good person. They made him such a person which is really unbelievable. They have created all these Pakistani mullahs who praise hundreds of times in the name of Muhammad, and they create people who go to Hajj and Umrah and all that nonsense. This should have been banned by Pakistani government. It is obligatory that we ban this ritual, which is not even compulsory. And as I have said previously, Mecca is totally fake. The Hijr Aswad is no more. It has been broken and taken away so many times that maybe not even a small fragment of that black stone is embedded in that big stone. It's all made up. It's all created with some granite or some other material. And then they put a lot of perfume on it. So the people go, they say, oh, Alhamdulillah, la ilaha, let's check. इसकी चुमी लगाओ, इसको हाथ लगाओ और गुनाह बख्शवाओ. This is what the Islam has turned into. It has become a religion which is destructive to all non-Arabs because it only benefits Arab. We talk about Zamzam, and I said that Zamzam is a small well which cannot cater 2 million or 3 million people. So they take Zamzam water and then they take the water to about 10 miles away, put 99% of other water, and then bring it back to Mecca, and then people take it as a gift, as a souvenir. And now even for Zamzam, the people have to pay. Now Zamzam is being sold. Saudis have also started now Mecca Cola. The Mecca Cola made from Meccan water. Like as if that cola is also holy. Wake up, Pakistanis. Mecca is a place which has destroyed your country. Mecca is a place where your corrupts are invited. Mecca is a place where they get authenticated and fool the Pakistani people that they are honest, while they are the most corrupt on the planet. Ziaul Haq, there was somebody wrote a item about him and he said, I have seen Ziaul Haq, वो काबे के पर्दे से लिपट कर रो रहा था. Really? He was crying because he was a depressed man. He was a liar. He was a killer. And he knew how much sin he has done. He may be crying before that to hoping that there will be salvation. That is what the mullah say. This is a place you get salvation. So whoever has money can go to Mecca. Is like a newborn baby. This is what religion is about. The rest of the religions also make money, but they do not make you so full. They believe in accountability. The countries where you see Christianity, people are accountable to the law. People are responsibility of the government from the time they are born till they die. Government provides them education, health until they are 18, and then they go to job, become a man, and pay taxes. And then when they get retired, they get social security and live peacefully. But in Muslim countries, Allah takes no responsibility. Government say, the rulers say, oh, Allah has given you this kids, Allah will provide. Government takes no responsibility of their health, no responsibility of their food. That is why, as Imran Khan had said last time, the brain growth of Pakistanis is 50% of the rest of the world. That is why they are unable to think, and they are going down is gutter of religion, which is so pathetic that last week they burned 5 churches because somebody had put a note about Quran in front of the mosque. The GHQ gang, who does not take any responsibility, is blaming it to Indian agents. This is the easy way for them. Oh, India ne kiya hai. While they know that this shit of blasphemy laws were forced by GHQ. The laws which have totally destroyed Pakistani psyche. The laws which violate every human right. The laws which are worse than jungle laws. And now the mullahs who now have the balls of every Pakistani, they use these laws to sabotage and create trouble. I'm sure that this burning of churches is a part of GHQ conspiracy to not hold election on time. They are going to create more of such situations and then claim, oh, अमन अमान का सूरत हाल ख़राब है और इलेक्शन कमीशन के पास सपोर्ट सिक्योरिटी नहीं है, like they did for Punjab and KP elections. Folks, you have to follow human values, human rights, women rights. And unfortunately, today Pakistan is a country with no constitution and no laws. The way they are destroying PTI and harassing Imran Khan is a clear proof that this is a country being run by devil. People say, oh, Allah काम कर रहा है. Allah has nothing to do with this. If there is a Allah, which I'm sure is not, because this small earth is a very small gola, what Amir Khan said in his PK movie. अरे इतना सा है ये गोला, इस कायनात में ऐसे करोड़ों गोले घूम रहे हैं और तू इतनी छोटी सी इस गोले के छोटे से गांव में छोटी सी गली में रखा कहता है तू उसकी रक्षा करेगा. The same is the case of Islam. Islam is even worse. It is, if you compare the religion, you will see every religion gives you rights. Islam is an absolute slavery, which stops you to even think. Forget about the question. You cannot think in your mind that there may not be Allah. You cannot think in your mind that this Quran is not the real book, which it is not. Every intelligent philosopher, intellectual of Muslim history has said it many times. Live in this world, not in an imaginary world where you put all the responsibility on Allah and you do nothing. And this is all imaginary. I mean, if you look from the day one, when you have some common sense and you are said, okay, आप कलमा पढ़ो और ये ईमान की ये तारीफ है. ईमान की तारीफ क्या है? आमनतु बिल्लाहि व मलाइकतिही व कुतुबिही व रसूलिही व फिल आखिर. Everything imaginary. All this is to make sure the poor get no rights, because the poor are used by corrupts and the military or powerful and take their life for free. That is what they call jihad fi sabilillah. And every invader in India or anywhere in the world, if he was a Muslim, he used this drama, jihad fi sabilillah, to force poor to come join him and help him establish the empire. And when the empire was established, all we saw was big palaces and the woman with the wine, and all those images are available all over the internet, whether you can see the prophet time or later time, where everybody was having fun in the name of Allah while taking no responsibility. And today we see the worst in Saudi kings who take no responsibility. Hundreds and thousands die in fire, stampede, suffocation, disease, and heat stroke in Saudi Arabia, and they call them shaheed and get away with it. I mean, for how long you will keep doing this? This country was not created for this shit. This country was created for civilized, secular, and progressive ideology, where everybody lives in peace, has nothing to do with others' religion. Do not burn churches or Qadiani mosques or Hindu mandirs. This was a disease, Qaid-e-Azam said, not to do. And you put this shit on the government and made everybody a living hell. You have Islam in your constitution, which has totally destroyed your legal system. That is why Raymond Davis got away with 2 murders. That is why the son of Jutoi got away with cold-blooded murder. And the woman who raped, they don't get justice at all. Because Islam says you cannot use DNA to prove the rape. Because the mullahs in Pakistan, they are so cruel, they are so stupid that they don't want to give away any right, any power given to them by Ziaul Haq when he forged these laws. Because they know that they have the neck and the balls of every Pakistani in their hand. And you see these idiots like Tahir Ashrafi. I mean, a lota. I mean, a mullah which you can see, he looks a liar from his face. And then he is making excuses. Oh, ye church ban, hum unko banayenge. Stupid, you created these people. You created this idea that Muhammad's blasphemy is real. Well, it was not. For 1500 years, not even one person was killed or harassed in the name of blasphemy, which you have created in 21st century. I mean, the end of 20th century, during Ziaul Haq's time. Without thinking, without debate. 6 stupid laws approved by Pakistan Majlis-e-Shura in just 3.5 hours by threatening other members. Oh, there are 250,000 people are waiting outside the parliament. They will come inside and attack you. If that was the way this law was approved. And there is no leader after that who has the ball to get rid of these laws, which have only brought blame and have blackened the face of the country. Think about it.